Imagine living the same life, over and over again, every moment, every joy, every sorrow, repeated eternally. What would this mean for the choices you make, the way you live, and the way you view your existence? For Friedrich Nietzsche, this thought experiment isn't just a hypothetical, it is a central idea woven into the very fabric of his philosophy. The concept of eternal recurrence challenges us to confront our lives with an intensity that few other ideas do. Nietzsche's vision, though paradoxical in nature, forces us to question the meaning of existence and the way we engage with it. In this essay, we'll explore Nietzsche's eternal recurrence, an idea both simple in its expression yet infinitely complex in its implications. It's a doctrine that pushes us to consider life as something to be embraced in its totality, not just the moments of happiness, but the suffering as well. Nietzsche's vision raises questions about time, meaning, and human agency, making it a powerful and often unsettling philosophical idea. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey, a space where we delve into the depths of philosophy, unravel the complexities of great thinkers, and explore profound ideas that have shaped human thought. If you've ever been curious about the giants of philosophy and the revolutionary ideas they've left behind, you're in the right place. Today, we embark on a journey into one of Nietzsche's most compelling, challenging, and paradoxical ideas, the concept of eternal recurrence. This idea invites us to rethink everything we know about time, existence, and our place in the world. Nietzsche's eternal recurrence isn't just a metaphysical theory. It's a call to live more consciously, more authentically. It's a challenge to embrace life, with all its beauty and suffering, as something worth living over and over again. As we move through this exploration, we'll also take a look at how Nietzsche's unique perspective might offer insight into modern existential dilemmas and the way we approach our daily lives. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into Nietzsche's paradoxical vision of the eternal return. Nietzsche introduces the idea of eternal recurrence, most famously in his work Thus Spoke Zarathustra. In this philosophical novel, Nietzsche presents the concept through the voice of Zarathustra, a figure who is part prophet, part philosopher. Zarathustra is tasked with confronting the people with difficult truths, and the eternal return is one of the most profound and challenging of those truths. At its core, eternal recurrence is the idea that the universe, along with every event within it, repeats itself infinitely across time. Every moment of our lives, every experience, is lived over and over again, ad infinitum. Nietzsche poses this as a challenge. If you were told that you must live your life exactly as it is over and over again, forever, would you be able to say yes to it? This is not a simple invitation to resignation or passivity. It's a radical thought experiment that pushes us to evaluate how we live and whether we are truly living in a way that we would be willing to experience for eternity. Nietzsche doesn't just want us to imagine this recurrence. He wants us to confront it with the full weight of its significance. At first glance, the doctrine of eternal recurrence appears paradoxical. How could the finite world of human experience, with all its pain, joy, success, failure, and randomness, be reduced to an eternal cycle of repetition? If everything repeats, then doesn't this imply a deterministic universe, where we are simply trapped in an endless loop? Nietzsche himself confronts this paradox head-on. The eternal return is not meant to be understood as a cosmic law of nature, but as an existential challenge to us as individuals. It's not about reconciling ourselves to a universe devoid of meaning. It's about confronting the absence of ultimate meaning and still choosing to live in a way that imbues our experiences with significance. The paradox lies in the tension between the apparent meaninglessness of eternal recurrence and the call to live our lives with intention, passion, and self-overcoming. Nietzsche asks, what if this life, the one you're living right now, is the only one you will ever have, and you must live it again and again, eternally? The idea is a test of our ability to affirm our existence, to say yes to life as it is, without the illusion of an afterlife or an external source of meaning. What Nietzsche proposes is radical. Instead of fleeing from suffering or seeking to escape the inevitable realities of life, we are called to embrace them fully. Eternal recurrence asks us to reflect on how we live, not just when life is good, but also when life is difficult, painful, or seemingly meaningless. If you knew that your life would be eternally recapitulated, would you still make the same choices? Would you be proud of the life you have led, or would you seek to change it entirely? This brings us to Nietzsche's concept of the Übermensch, often translated as Overman or Superman, which ties into the idea of eternal recurrence. The Übermensch is an individual who creates their own values and lives life authentically. Rather than submitting to societal norms, religious dogma, or conventional morality, the Übermensch lives with full ownership of their life and its meaning. The Übermensch affirms their life and would, therefore, affirm the eternal recurrence of it. Nietzsche's challenge to us is to strive toward this ideal, to live as if we would choose to live our lives, with all its flaws and mistakes, over and over again for eternity. In this sense, the eternal recurrence is not simply a metaphysical question, but a moral one. It calls on us to assess the way we live, the choices we make, and the way we treat others. It challenges us to consider whether we are truly living in alignment with our deepest values, or if we are merely going through the motions. In today's world, the eternal return might seem like an abstract, perhaps even outdated, concept. Yet its relevance endures. Modern existential crises, feelings of alienation, purposelessness, and the search for meaning are as pressing now as they were in Nietzsche's time. We are still grappling with questions about our place in the universe and the nature of our existence. In a culture dominated by materialism, distraction, and a constant quest for novelty, Nietzsche's call to affirm life in its totality is more urgent than ever. The constant barrage of new experiences, technology, and distractions can easily lead us to forget the importance of reflection and self-confrontation. Yet, Nietzsche's philosophy offers an antidote to this, a return to deep, introspective engagement with our own lives and the world around us. The idea of eternal recurrence, when applied to contemporary life, can be a tool for rediscovering meaning. In a world that often feels fragmented, the challenge of eternal recurrence invites us to find unity in the present moment, to live fully and authentically, and to embrace life in its entirety without denial or escape. Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence remains one of his most provocative and profound contributions to philosophy. It forces us to confront the totality of existence, not just the pleasurable moments, but the suffering, the challenges, and the hardships as well. By posing the eternal return, Nietzsche challenges us to live as though we would be willing to live our lives over and over again, forever. This idea is not merely an abstract philosophical theory, but a practical call to action. It asks us to question the choices we make, the way we live, and how we relate to our own existence. Are we living a life we would be willing to repeat eternally? Or are we letting moments slip by without truly experiencing the depth of what it means to be alive? As we explore the depths of Nietzsche's ideas, remember that philosophy isn't just about abstract thinking. It's about applying these ideas to our own lives, challenging our assumptions, and striving to live more fully. If you've enjoyed this journey into Nietzsche's profound ideas, don't forget to subscribe to The Unfolding Journey. By subscribing, you'll be joining us as we continue to explore the depths of philosophy, human thought, and the timeless questions that shape our world. Let's continue this journey together and uncover the ideas that can help us live more consciously and meaningfully. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.